The world of athletics is changing. Whether competing at the Olympic level or simply striving to beat a personal best, today's fitness and technology go hand in hand to produce results. From high-tech gym equipment to power meters on titanium racing bikes to heart monitors with GPS devices built in, athletes are leveraging technology in exciting ways to achieve lofty goals.
Athletes and coaches really like to take the guesswork out of their training and racing whenever possible. And the development of power meters for bicycles and heart monitors to measure heart rate response and ergometers like the VASA ergometer allow the athletes and the coaches to more precisely monitor what's happening in their training so that they can make adjustments to training, they can monitor progress, they can do testing on a frequent basis, and again continue to adjust training to get it right.
Advances in exercise technology are making it easier to train more effectively anytime, anywhere, with efficiency and precision. While runners and cyclists have enjoyed this kind of equipment for many years, now aquatic athletes are getting in on the action, enjoying the benefits of some very tech-savvy equipment for swimmers, triathletes, surfers, paddlers, and kayakers. A new type of equipment called the swim ergometer, the erg for short, allows them to train anywhere at any time without always needing to get in the water.
Of all the sports, I think swimming presents the greatest challenge because we traditionally do it in a pool, and most of us don't have pools that we have quick access to. And the nature of pool training is one that really tends to take a lot of time to accomplish. So I think the VASA ergometer, in my experience as a coach and also as an athlete, has been really helpful in really narrowing down the time demands of actually accomplishing training that is really specific to the swim portion of a triathlon.
Like a treadmill, the ergometer swim bench allows swimmers to train indoors on their own schedule without travel or the negative effects of chlorine from training in a pool or open water. And studies have shown that athletes may be able to get a more productive workout than training in the water alone.
When someone swims on an ergometer, their hands and arms are pulling drive cords which make a fan wheel go around inside the front end of the ergometer. And the airflow resistance feels much like you would find on an indoor rowing machine, and actually the feeling simulates the same feeling that you would have when you're applying pressure on the water. The other aspect of the ergometer is the way that we monitor their performance. The electronics inside the ergometer are measuring your average watts, they're measuring your force applied for left and right arm, and they're measuring stroke length, stroke rate, pace per 100 meters, distance covered, and the time in which that was covered.
Potential uses for equipment like swim ergometers include daily training, fine-tuning technique, performance testing, injury prevention, and rehabilitation.
When talking about specific types of swimming, and there's so many different kinds, we really try to think about how we can develop power in the water, and water really brings with it a very unique problem, and that the more you pull or the harder you pull against the water, the faster the water gets out of your way. Because of that, it's very difficult to build power and strength in the water. The ergometer does a great job because it allows us to build strength in the exact movements that the swimmer's arms we want them to make in the water. Whereas in the water, it's going to take forever to build the same strength. It takes a lot of hours, a lot of lengths, and a lot of work. Whereas on the ergometer, we can really get to the same strength and endurance points in about half the time. If your technique isn't right, it doesn't matter how strong you are, you're really not going to be that good of a swimmer. Because of swim teams and the way they work, coaches have a really difficult time of watching all the technique. You have 30 kids in the water, and all the problems with technique really occur below the surface, which are hard for coaches to see. The ergometer does a great job of allowing the coaches and the swimmers a unique opportunity to actually talk during the training. This can't be done during swim practice. The design of the ergometer with the center rail allows the swimmer to see whether or not their hands are crossing over the center line so their technique is more correct. And if they're dropping their elbow, the coach can very easily say to them, "You're dropping your elbow. Let's focus on that and correct it as soon as possible."
I think the ergometer will play a significant role in the future of swimming. Who would have thought that you could actually improve in your performance in the sport of swimming without actually going into the water? But day in and day out, we're hearing reports from athletes and coaches that that's exactly the case.
The VASA ergometer swim bench not only makes training possible anytime, anywhere, regardless of pool access, it also corrects flaws in swimming form and provides accurate data on performance, increasing efficiency in even the best swimmers.
The ergometer is particularly effective at building functional strength in a swimming specific way, and also allowing us to train muscular endurance and power in a way that's extremely effective and helps us deal with those conditions in the open water in a way that I think can be more effective than pool training.
The VASA has really helped me solve my time issues. I'm very, very busy. I have 3 children, part-time job, and I'm trying to pull in 12 to 20 hours of training depending on where in the season I am. So that's been a great asset in the VASA for me. I can walk 10 seconds down into the basement and have a great workout. Another thing is that it's giving me the functional strength. The specific swim muscles are stronger. The difference between using the VASA on dry land and swimming in the water actually surprised me. It's very translatable. I did a swim clinic where I tried to learn the front quadrant technique a couple of years ago, and it was not until I actually stepped on the VASA that I got that aha experience, which pretty much translated straight into the water.
Swim training using the VASA ergometer is a complete paradigm shift compared to old school swim training. The erg is convenient and motivational to use and appropriate for athletes at any fitness level and ability. Swim training on the VASA ergometer allows the athlete to improve endurance, sustained power, and stroke technique in less time without the water.
Many people are intimidated with exercise equipment. With the VASA ergometer, they don't need to be. With the variable airflow resistance, you really have a wide range of levels that you can work with, from very easy to more difficult. So whether you're working on rehabbing an injury or preventing injuries by working all the little muscles that might not be worked when you're swimming, this is a great machine and will pretty much take care of any range that you need.
VASA. Swim easier and faster in less training time. For more information on the VASA ergometer, call 1-800-488-8272 or visit vasatrainer.com.